Markets are dropping, and boy, are they dropping fast. But why? I thought everyone wanted no more tariffs. And with the most recent federal block that was just issued last night, you would think that markets would be skyrocketing. Well, it looks like that's what they wanted you to think. It almost seems like it's a buy the rumor, sell the news, bull trap approach. Because again, markets pushed up, became overbought. There was no progress being made. And a lot of you guys brought this to my attention as well. It was something that I was paying attention to. Why were markets acting so weird during the overnight hours? You would think that markets would have been thriving, pushing to higher highs. We've seen negative GDP reports come out, which is bad news, and markets recover from that. Markets have been irrational for such a long time. Yet yesterday, when it got exactly what it's been asking for, what it's been begging for, it stays stagnant because this initial push really might have been more due to NVIDIA, right? When it reported earnings and quickly gapped up. But then NVIDIA did have another initial rally, and now it's giving back all that it gained because of one specific thing. It's markets are uncertain. Now, don't get me wrong. Markets are still more bullish than they are bearish. Let's not get that confused. One red day does not define a market reversal. But you all have to agree that markets are trading weird. And I think that some of that has to do with, I think we might be just waiting for Trump to respond. Trump doesn't seem to be a person that's going to take this very lightly. It right now feels like the government is against the president, right? The U.S. federal court officially blocked Trump's ability to implement tariffs. This, in my opinion, makes him look weak in front of the entire world. This whole trade war that he's been swinging around, no longer present, right? He has submitted an appeal, but appeals take months. And he just sent out this tweet or post, Twitter, whatever it is that you want to call it, a few minutes ago. He's on a mission from God, and nothing can stop what is coming. What? Like, first off, no. Like, again, just think of the chaos that will be brought with the people that are against him. Again, be careful, be calculated. But what a time to be paying attention to the market. So I'm not convinced that markets have to fully sell off, right? Obviously, this is just an initial pullback, but markets are overextended based off of previous highs. You know, there is a large amount of downside potential. There's much more downside potential than there is upside potential. But just because that's an opportunity doesn't mean that we have that confirmation, because we definitely do not. I want to see if market sentiment begins to shift, because it would be so hilarious if it does. The market finally got exactly what it's been asking for, and that's no more trade war, no more tariffs. But now markets are dropping. This is to prove that, again, markets are so irrational. So I'll make sure that I do my part in keeping you guys up to date. Tomorrow, we do plan to host a free live trading session here on YouTube. I haven't hosted one in a few months. So again, if you've ever wanted to watch me trade live, all you literally need to do is subscribe to the channel. And tomorrow, May 30th, I will be going live right at market open. So you can set your alarm. I'll be live here on YouTube. Again, if you miss it, then you end up missing it. So you won't get a taste of what the LPP team experiences every morning. One of the trades that I did end up taking during today's live trading session is my short on AI. So this one was actually brought to my attention during today's live trading session. I opened up the short position in today's live and then ended up closing it later on. I made a little bit over $3,000, closed out my short, left myself with my one lucky share, made my money, and I bounced. I understand and I want to respect that markets are being slightly irrational right now. Bond yields are starting to spike. The 30-year treasury is now officially back above 5%. The 10-year treasury is still continuing to rise, and the U.S. needs to refinance its debt, but it looks like it's not going to get bailed out, at least not right now. Things are looking tough. Aside from the stock market. The stock market is still thriving. But remember, the stock market is a leading indicator. If you guys pay attention to literally almost every other economic report, you see the slowdown happening. You see big companies laying off workers. This economy is not thriving. And if you refuse to believe that just because NVIDIA is nearly at all-time highs, I want to remind you, NVIDIA is not a representation of how the average American is doing. But again, if you want to buy at these levels, be my guest. I still think Nvidia is a good long-term investment. I just don't think it's a good price right now. I think there's more downside potential than there is upside. So I'm really excited to follow up and see where the market's head. I appreciate you guys' time. I'll see you tomorrow for our free live trading session. Hope that it earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.